Is this the best episode of the Pokemon anime ever? It could be a contender. And is it because of the titular Pokemon Totodile being featured in this episode? Of course not. You've seen the thumbnail. As today's episode begins, Ash and friends are fishing on the bank of a lazy river, instead of continuing to walk to Goldenrod City like they're supposed to be doing. Come on, guys, it's nearly the end of this season and you've only picked up 2 gym badges. Can you pick up the pace, please? Even just a little bit? Direct quote from Ash.
Liam is sweating and it's horrible.
That's not the direct quote. This is a boring way to catch Pokemon. I could have gone out and caught 10 of them by now. That's pretty big talk from a kid who had the chance to catch 5 Houndour in the previous episode and completely bottled it. Might want to pipe down there, Billy Big Bollocks. Hey, look at that. It looks like we're getting a Totodile episode. I mean, as if we couldn't tell by the episode title. Although, I do feel a bit bad for this particular Totodile, because we all know it's about to be upstaged in its own debut episode. As it turns out, Misty has fished up a tea kettle. Gen 2 Poltergeist, confirmed. Brock asks,
could you throw it back and try for a coffee maker?
Sorry mate, that's not till Gen 9. Paldean Poltergeist, confirmed, maybe? Oh no, wait, we've already seen regular Poltergeist in the Scarlet and Violet trailers. Fine then, Gen 10 Poltergeist, confirmed. Here's a direct quote from Misty.
I came here for Pokemon, not appliances.
Direct quote from Ash after Misty shows off her mini Misty lore, which looks like her.
Isn't that gonna scare the Pokemon?
Ash Ketchum is an absolute savage. Pass it on. And here's a direct quote from Misty.
Watch closely, guys. You're about to see the dazzling technique of Misty, the Water Pokemon Master.
Water Pokemon Master? Are you having a laugh, mate? In your entire life, you've only caught a Staryu, a Starmie, a Goldeen, a Psyduck, a Horsey, and a Poliwag, and you've stolen a Togepi. Tell me how that in any way makes you a Water Pokemon Master.
Well, actually, Liam, aren't you forgetting about Misty's Gyarados, Corsola, Luvdisc, and Azurill?
No, because at this point in the anime, she didn't have any of those Pokemon. And even if she did, that really wouldn't help her case much, would it? Oops. Ash actually calls Misty out and asks, since when were you a Water Pokemon Master? And Misty says she's technically not one yet. Ah, well, this is awkward. Now, on the one hand, I could feel a bit silly about having to go at Misty for calling herself a Water Pokemon Master when Ash was about to reply doing the exact same thing, but on the other hand, Misty did say she was a Water Pokemon Master when she knows full well she isn't. So I guess we'll just focus on the fact that Misty is a massive liar. Pass it on. Now, when Misty talks about how great water Pokemon are, she imagines my boys. However, she does leave off Poliwrath and Politoed, and that is unforgivable. Is it just me, or is Totodile's belly supposed to be yellow, not white? And while you're taking a moment to second guess everything you know about Totodile, let's take a moment to thank our wonderful Ace Trainer Ultra XL members who are Bro Metapod, Andros LaFay, and Gear Overlord. Thank you guys for your continued support on this channel. You guys go above and beyond to support us, and I really do appreciate it. Back to the episode, and the wild Totodile winks at Misty. Ease up, mate, she's 10 years old, and a human, so what you're doing here is all kinds of wrong. After Ash throws a Pokeball at the wild Totodile, the Pokeball kindly waits for Ash and Misty to finish arguing before it ultimately breaks and releases the Totodile. Who knew a Pokeball could be so well-mannered? Here's a direct quote from Ash when Totodile breaks out of the ball.
I caught you, now get back in that Pokeball where you belong.
But Ash, mate, you didn't catch it. It broke out. Pay attention, lad. Meanwhile, Team Rocket are eating brown rice balls, or as Jessie calls them, delicious but non-nutritious snack treats. Pokemon, mate, that's tragic. That's the most corporate thing I've ever heard. If you really think saying rice ball is gonna hurt America so much, just call it a fucking jelly donut. Whilst trying to shake Totodile off her wrist, Jessie asked Wobbuffet who let it out of its Pokeball, even though moments ago she included Wobbuffet in the conversation when they were trying to cheer Meowth up. How did she not notice it was out before? Like, she literally spoke to it. Jessie is a numpty. Pass it on. Ash and Misty break the fourth wall by pushing the split in the screen around to try and bash each other out of frame. You get it? It's funny because it's like they know they're in a cartoon. Honestly, this just raises a frightening question. Where are Misty's legs supposed to be when this is all going on? Ash and Misty both throw their lure balls at the wild Totodile, and one of them catches it, but nobody knows which one caught it. Huh. It's almost like everything I've been saying about Pokeballs having no discernible identifying features all this time was actually bang on. So as always, I ask ask you, how do Pokemon trainers tell their Pokeballs apart from other people's and tell which Pokemon is in which ball? Answers on a postcard, I guess. Oh my god. We're actually going to get a Pokemon battle in the Pokemon anime. And not just any Pokemon battle, Ash versus Misty. Oh mate, and it's quite early in the episode too. Oh, this has the potential to be a banger episode right now. Ash points out that since Misty only has water-type Pokemon, that Pikachu's basically gonna steamroll them until Misty reveals her secret weapon, which turns out to be Togepi. Listen, I know we ultimately learn that Pikachu won't attack Togepi, but sending out a baby Pokemon to fight a super overpowered, much higher level Pokemon with way more experience? That's terrible parenting, Misty. Ash asks Pikachu how about starting off with a Thunder Shock attack, and naturally, Pikachu looks at him in disbelief. And no, not because he doesn't want to hurt Togepi, but as we learned in the previous episode, Pikachu doesn't know Thunder Shock anymore. Its moveset, as of last episode, is Leer, Quick Attack, Thunder, and Thunderbolt. And surely it had to forget Thunder Shock in order to learn Leer, because it already knew the other 3 moves.
Well, actually, Liam, I think you're forgetting that Pikachu can't actually learn Leer attack.
Well, it has done, because we saw it use it in the previous episode. It may not be legal, but it's there, and it's definitely in Thunder Shock's move slot. Direct quote from Misty.
Alright, Togepi, go give Pikachu a big, gigantic hug.
I actually had this planned for a moment later in the episode, Misty, but I suppose...
That's not a move.
Ash tells Pikachu they'll have to attack Togepi once it lets go of him, but it's not holding him. Pikachu's holding Togepi, and I don't even think Togepi's arms are long enough to reach Pikachu. Togepi uses Charm on Pikachu, and Pikachu forfeits the battle. Ash then says,
That attack could make me sweat too.
wait, a Togepi using Charm would make you sweat, Ash? Apparently, Ash Ketchum is a nonce. Pass it on. Ash then sends out his Chikorita, and Misty sends out Staryu. Wait, so you're switching out Togepi? Like, it isn't knocked out, so why isn't it fighting in this round? I guess she just must be saving it for later to save its energy. And if you need energy, use code ACE to save money on G Fuel! G Fuel, of course, is a fantastic energy formula with barely any calories, 0 sugar, and a whole heap of wonderful flavors like the up-and-coming Dragon Fruit Spyro the Dragon inspired flavor. Go pre-order it right now. It comes out in September, and use code ACE for 10% off when you do. Mate, if this tastes anything like the Dragon Fruit hydration flavor, which basically if it's Dragon Fruit, it's gonna be absolutely amazing. Oh, and for those wondering, I'm drinking Electric Strike today. It's watermelon lemonade. It's absolutely wonderful. Use code ACE for 10% off G Fuel. It helps support this lovely channel. Thank you very much to everybody that uses code ACE. Remember though, G Fuel is for over 18s only because it contains caffeine, and children don't need to be anywhere near caffeine. They're annoying enough as it is, and because it contains caffeine, drink it responsibly. Don't be a dickhead. So Ash tells Chikorita to use Razor Leaf, and we get this direct quote from Misty.
Hurry, Staryu! Use your jump!
That's not a move.
Remember when I said I had a moment that I wanted to use that for later in the episode? This was that moment. Chikorita absolutely bodies Staryu with its Vine Whip. So much for Staryu being at a much higher level, eh, Misty?
Well, actually, Liam, I think you'll find it's pretty obvious that a super effective move with same type attack bonus would be enough to take down Staryu.
Maybe, but you are forgetting. This is a Chikorita that was almost completely done in by Staryu's not very effective water gun. I'm honestly surprised it could deal any damage to Staryu. Ash says his reputation as an Orange League champion and a top 16 at the Indigo Plateau are on the line. Mate, no one gives a toss if you're the Orange League champion. It's a meaningless title. That's like being champion of the TV Guide crossword. Nobody even knows that's a thing. There's a reason all the news sites reported your Alola League win as your first Pokemon League victory. And stop banging on about this top 16 at the Indigo League. That's not something to brag about. It means you lost. Big time. Like you didn't even reach the semi-finals, mate. You might as well refer to yourself as someone who attended the Indigo League. For round 3, Ash sends out Bulbasaur and Misty sends out my boy! Mate, forget Togepi. This is Misty's secret weapon. Wait, so when we last saw these two, Bulbasaur was supposed to be using Vine Whip and Poliwag was supposed to be using Double Slap. But Bulbasaur's vines are retracted and Poliwag isn't using its tail. They're just kind of butting heads instead, like goats. I know we cut to a scene with Team Rocket for for a few moments, but I really feel like I've missed some important action here. Direct quote from James. I like pouncing. Jesus Christ, James, don't say that while you're looking at a group of 10-year-olds. Way to sound like a predator, mate. Jessie doesn't help the situation by saying,
We're gonna give those twerps every ounce of pounce we've got.
Team Rocket, please, can you stop being nonsense for just 1 second? Just as it looks like Bulbasaur's Razor Leaf has finished off Poliwag, Poliwag begins to evolve. Oh my god, I have waited so long for this moment. My boy is finally evolving. This is the moment. It's been so long, but finally the best damn Pokemon in the entire franchise is going to be joining the anime. And to think they're only 4 years behind the manga, who was smart enough to include a Poliwhirl from the get-go. Listen, I don't mean to lose my cool right now, but oh my god, I love him. He's so perfect. But come on, it's not really a WTF moment if I'm just gushing over Poliwhirl. Let's ask the real question. How did Poliwag level up in order to evolve when it hadn't beaten its opponent? Like, that's not how Pokemon works. You have to defeat another Pokemon in order to gain experience, in order to level up, in order to evolve. So come on, Pokemon, what's the deal? Okay, just one more. It's my boy! Direct quote from Ash.
Let's see what Dexter has to say.
Ash, mate, we've been through this. That's not Dexter. Dexter was your original Pokedex. This is your Johto Pokedex. Do you even listen to Professor Oak? As Bulbasaur begins charging its Solar Beam, Misty tells Poliwhirl to take advantage of the charge time by using Bubble. Wait, why Bubble? You just revealed that Poliwhirl knows Body Slam, which is a higher base power than Bubble and is neutral damage as opposed to Bubble that's not very effective. Are you trying to throw the battle, Misty? Wait, Poliwhirl's Bubble attack comes out of its fists? Since when? Well, I mean, since the year 2000, obviously. But still, what the fuck? Bulbasaur's Solar Beam destroys Poliwhirl, and Bulbasaur wins the battle. Mate, what kind of Vince McMahon garbage booking is this? You shouldn't have a character debut a brand new look and brand new moves and then have them lose. That just makes them look weak. And I know Poliwhirl was at a type disadvantage and that was like the ultimate grass move of this generation, but still, treat Poliwhirl with a bit more respect, damn it. Brock declares Ash the winner since Bulbasaur and Chikorita's victory gives Ash the best 2 out of 3. Does anyone else hate that it was a best of 3 battles instead of a straight up 3 versus 3 battle? Because technically, nobody defeated Togepi. So if this was a proper battle, we'd now be seeing Togepi versus Bulbasaur before we declare a winner. That's a shame, isn't it? We almost got a proper battle. That's Pokemon for you though, ever dangling the carrot. Jessie and James turn up in disguise and Wobbuffet blows their cover. And I'm not gonna lie, Team Rocket getting mad with Wobbuffet and James yeeting it into a different postcode gave me a genuine chuckle. Seriously, go back and watch it. He just hoised that thing into the atmosphere. I'm surprised he didn't circle the earth and reappear behind him. He threw it that hard. Jesus Christ, James, how long is your fucking leg? It's like a telephone pole. With a leg that long, how are you not just constantly walking in circles? Does your other foot get altitude sickness? I can't believe Pokemon never told us that James moonlights as a pair of compasses. After Wobbuffet shouts its name at the end of the Team Rocket motto, Meowth pushes it down and says,
Hey, get your own line.
Meowth, mate, it does have its own line. It's Wobbuffet. Whereas your line is
Meowth, that's right.
which means you're both saying different things. Meowth, lad. Use your noodle. Ash sends out Totodile and it immediately clamps onto Jessie's hair, causing Jessie to channel her inner metalhead and circle headbang like she's a member of Arch Enemy. Go on, Jessie, show them what you're made of, love. Although don't bother throwing up the horns, because that shit makes me cringe. Jesus, Arbok, first Wooper, now Totodile? Are there any Pokemon under 25 pounds that can't throw you around like a sack of shit? Mate, I'm pretty sure Totodile's water gun is supposed to be Hydro Pump. Like every time it's used it, it's looked way too powerful to be just your standard water gun. If this is water gun, then I'd love to see what Totodile's Hydro Pump looks like. I imagine it'd probably bore a hole in anything it hits. Don't worry though, Pokemon have thought of a brilliant solution to this by never letting Ash's Totodile learn Hydro Pump ever. Yeah, because if there's anything we love more in this anime than teammates that never evolve, it's teammates that barely ever learn any new moves.
Well, actually, Liam, I think you'll find Ash's Totodile does still learn new moves.
Yeah, but can you really say you're excited for Totodile to learn Headbutt, Scary Face, and Slash? Come on. Direct quote from Misty.
Why would I want a Totodile that does whatever it wants when I have a dreamy Poliwhirl who evolved just for me?
And honestly, She's right. Don't get me wrong, Ash's Totodile is great and all, and it is cute, but compared to an actual Poliwhirl? Nah, mate, there's no contest. Misty officially has my boy now, which means she's officially winning at life. So those are my WTF moments of Pokemon Season 3, Episode 35, the Totodile Duel. Let me know your favorites and any that I missed down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join to become a member. And of course, if you're at the Pokemon World Championships this weekend, I will see you there, and use code SMoneyOffGFuel. But until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.